Me and my best friend from Dallas moved out here. She was one of the people that told me, she was like, if you do not move to Atlanta, then I'm not gonna be your friend no more. Like, you're holding yourself back and you're being basically a great friend.
That's a great
Shout out to Pharaoh.
Yeah.
I knew it. We struggled for a long time. I didn't have a bed for like 6 months.
Yeah, I like that. I know what you're talking about.
Let me tell you, like, when I was going through that shit, I was not like, woe is me. Yeah. I was just like, this is my life right now.
Yeah.
But always,
it's all temporary.
Yes.
Okay.
And you have to remember that.
Many months later.
Just my finances. Like, the budgeting, you see how I am nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
Just my finances. Just my finances.
Just my finances.
You're broke! You're fucking poor! God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Ooh. It looks like the chickens have come home to roost for this young lady.
He cold.
Look here. When you're a content creator, there's a delicate line you have to walk. You have to balance against keeping it real and telling the truth and offending the very people that make you popular.
Okay. All right.
Because the same people that make you popular can also end your career in a heartbeat.
He ain't lying.
In a moment. And this, I feel like Miss B Simone's decline in revenue and popularity basically comes from the fact that she alienated parts of her audience. First by, you know what, I'm not even finna get into it. The Godfather said it best, and I'm gonna reveal that later on in this video. Cue the intro. Welcome back, welcome back.
Welcome back.
I'm back, you gold taxes!
If this is your first time finding my channel, the name of my channel is in the intro. Who am I? I'm Uncle L. You call me Unc for short. Why? Because I'm old as hell and I'm somebody's uncle. And I'm that uncle that tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Rest in peace, Pops. Today, I'm making a video about a content creator by the name of B Simone. I featured her in another one of my videos. I'm gonna have that clip later on. I featured her in another one of my videos. She recently was on the podcast boo-hooing and crying because she doesn't have the amount of money that she feels she needs to continue to live the lifestyle she's been accustomed to over these past 6 or 7 years.
Oh shit, here we go again.
She blew up on Wild 'N Out. She's done stand-up comedy. She wrote a book. She's experienced a level of success over the past 5 or 6 years, and it seems like it's on the decline. Now, I'm going to point to a couple reasons why I believe it's on the decline, and I'm going to get into it in this video. But first, if you would, give me a like, give me a sub, give me a share, and also
Tell me what y'all think in the comments.
I love that guy. And help, I'm trying to get to 1,500 subs, y'all. Shout out to all my day one subs and shout out to my new subs. I appreciate the new subs for giving me a chance, and I appreciate my day one subs for sticking by me as I learn how to do this. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. With all that out the way, let's get into the content.
There's been a little bit of content of like Kevin Samuels talking about the B Simone situation,
right.
Years ago. And
shout out to KS.
He was right? They're digging up old content for him talking about where her career was going to go. Something about, a couple of content pieces away from, not having an audience no more.
The fact that Martin Luther King is the man that fought for freedom, or the fact that he was cheating on his wife.
That is triggering.
Yeah, for
well,
sure.
I'm a good dad. You're not a good dad because you don't respect me. How the you showing these kids you a good father or you don't respect their mother? You're not a great dad, my nigga.
Yeah, this is strike one, and I'm not doing the strikes in chronological order. I'm just going to give you 3 things that I feel that have contributed to her decline in popularity. It was this one right here. You heard what she just said about Martin Luther King. The Godfather Kevin Samuels passed away 3 years ago. He had a response for this particular comment.
All it takes for you to come down to reality, B Simone, is one wrong post. No. You're doing too much. I mean, I'm serious. I mean, she sounds like a turkey. Listen to that.
Have my dream career, I manifested it. I'm trying to manifest a husband. Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga with a 9 to 5. I get it. They work hard. I used to have a 9 to 5. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. You work hard, you have money. I get it. I need an entrepreneur. I need somebody that understands my mindset. Somebody that has the same lifestyle. It has nothing to do with money, everything to do with lifestyle. Okay? When I'm in the bed at 3 a.m. checking emails, what you doing, babe? Working? What you doing? Working? Okay, love you. You want to hop on a flight tomorrow? I have a meeting in out of town. You want to go? Okay, let's go. Okay. You understand my life. You understand what I'm going through. I want to manifest that. What do you want in a man? What do you want? Let's start there.
No. You're doing too much. A woman who's a 6 or a 7, like a B Simone, no insult intended, she's cute. She ain't fine, she's cute. You feel like the woman. And you start to overinflate your SMV, your actual value. So like a B Simone, no offense, you start to actually feel like you should get a man who's a master of the universe. You are one viral video away, one internet canceling away from being back at Forever 21 selling shit.
He called it, man. The Godfather is undefeated.
And that was strike 2. She shit all over working class dudes, and she didn't even mean to. She was just describing what she needed in a man, but not understanding that some of these dudes are the ones that'll give you super chats and send you money and buy your products if they like you.
This motherfucker don't miss.
And that comment immediately alienated every dude that takes showers after work, because that's how hard we work. She alienated the working class dudes.
What have I done?
And the third one that really made men and women in general kind of drift away from her is this right here.
I don't think I'm nasty.
Yeah.
No, nasty. So nasty.
I know you, so.
What do I do that's nasty, Sarah?
I'm not going to say that.
What? Don't shower every day? I don't shower every day.
I don't think a lot of women shower every day.
Is that nasty?
Is that a normal thing for women though, right?
It's like,
at least like 2 days.
Out of the week?
No, I'm saying like you can miss 2 days.
I mean, yeah.
Like if it's
max.
a Monday.
Yeah, I'm not going out 3-4 days.
Yeah,
unless I'm like thugging it.
You'll take a shower on Wednesday.
But when was you thugging it?
Like,
if you take a shower on Monday, when's the next time you're taking a shower?
Wednesday.
At least by Thursday morning.
What? What the fuck?
So 2 full days. So 3 days.
Monday, Tuesday. Oh, Wednesday.
That was a Wednesday.
But I mean, a Thursday probably has happened.
Like Monday morning, then Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah.
Like
if we're super busy, I'd rather sleep than shower.
Nasty bitch.
I'm saying, do you
And I believe this was one of the final straws that drove a lot of men away from her, because men will listen to female content creators that we feel like are for us and root for us, She don't date 9-to-5 dudes. X that right on out. We're fool with content creators that we believe is cute. And she's not ugly. She's cute. You know what I mean? She ain't ugly. You know, she's cute. But then she admitted to not bathing on a regular basis, and that's wow.
Brother,
That's a deal breaker. You mean you don't put soap and water on your body every day? Are you serious? So in other words,
you stink.
Yeah, that was a deal breaker. And that's why I feel like she's falling off. And I'm not the only one that feels this way. The homie Corey Holcomb and a guy by the name of Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, the real MTR, fucks with dude. He's one of my inspirations. Young, he's 10 years, 12 years, 13 years younger than me, inspired me to start content creating. Him and Corey Holcomb had an interesting discussion about the state of Miss B Simone's career at this present date. Let's see what they had to say.
Something you noticed about a famous person and her podcasts and what she has to say. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the alley-oop I'm gonna throw you.
Sure. Are we talking about the B Simone situation? Because that's been going viral.
There he is
today.
Well, that's been going crazy viral. Like I said, I tried not to say nothing about it because I don't want nobody to be like I'm piling on. But I've been very critical of her because she stole jokes, she stole a book.
Oh, wow.
I mean, like, it's
Forgot
like, yo,
that.
this girl is not mentally stable, if you ask me. Mm-hmm. And that don't stop you from getting famous on the internet.
Yeah. But
her staying power is kind of like it's really put on display. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's it's funny, because I did content on her like back in 2020, and she was talking about, that she won't date a 9-to-5 guy and like all of this stuff, and just shitting on, essentially the average guy.
He can't have a 9-to-5.
What?
That just makes no fucking sense. What? Why not? You don't want to have an honest job?
I mean, he could be a hustling entrepreneur.
So you want him to be you want CEO status?
Yes.
Okay, he can't
So
like,
he
can't clock in and clock out.
No.
Damn,
I
B
think
Simone.
entrepreneurs should date entrepreneurs.
Okay, but still, there's people who have really good jobs with vocational skills. If he's a mechanic,
I'm sure, but no, you're not gonna understand my lifestyle. You're not gonna understand why I'm up at 3 a.m.
Damn, you're making this hard for me. Okay, all right.
He has to be an entrepreneur,
a business owner.
And I find it so interesting that 5 years later, that sounds like she needs a 9-to-5 in order to continue to shop at Bloomingdale's, right? This is like odd superiority complex that she has. And to take a shit on H&M shoppers, yet acting like it's like Goodwill or a thrift store or Salvation Army.
I feel like there's been so much financial, just my finances, like the budgeting. You see how I am nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Like, I notice it in me now, just nitpicking. And it's not even, I just don't have it like to spin. The liquid. Yeah. I'm used to having liquid. And because I've invested in this app and this platform, I don't have the liquid. I got the money. Not yet. Not yet. It's coming. I have it in assets. I have it in jewelry. I have it in, but it's like the liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account. I just don't have it like to spin.
Her audience is probably like 43% H&M shoppers to begin with anyway. So not only is she ostracizing her audience, but then also shitting on typical, dudes that would want to consider her in a relationship. Because I've seen her multiple times complaining about being single and like all of these things. So 9-to-5 dudes and like the importance to our infrastructure, our society.
Blue collar men have the quickest way to becoming high value, not white collar, because you can get into ownership faster in blue collar. Skilled trade, electrician, plumber, HVAC technician, roofing, truck driver, but you cannot remain a solopreneur. You must build a business, then employ people.
Like if you were to take those dudes away, the whole country would collapse.
That's a
but
fact.
I just find it so interesting that, they require this high value man. Meanwhile, they don't bring a high value mindset. right?
The high value mindset thing you just said is really deep. I mean, this is something that I feel like these women are clueless about. Like, they think somebody want them other than the physical. And that's what I think is wrong in society. Like, these girls, they really don't get it that if a guy is on his game, where do you fit in his life?
Yeah.
You can only find a fool.
That's the fact, Jack. That's the fact, Jack.
And you start to overinflate your SMV, your actual value. So like a B Simone, no offense, you start to actually feel like you should get a man who's the master of the universe.
Okay, so first, she disrespected the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. Was he perfect? No, but what man is perfect? What person is perfect? I don't believe that his imperfections outweighed the good that he accomplished before his untimely death. Second, she completely shit on 9-to-5 dudes. You know, I'm an HVAC technician. I've been busy this season. HVAC is my side profession. I make $75 an hour doing that. I can work 20 hours a week doing HVAC, make $1,500.
We've got to have money.
And I can do it for myself. I don't have to work for another company. I can start a business and run it myself. And third, and most important, she admitted on the internet that she don't take baths every day.
That's nasty.
Where they do that at? So not only did I feel like she eliminated herself for contention with a high value man, she also started alienating big chunks of people who would have been her primary audience. And that's why I feel like her career is on the decline. I'm not going to keep running my mouth. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, I had to react to this because, you know, I just found it interesting. With that said, give me a like, give me a sub, give me a share, and I'll see you on the next one. Toodles.